CS2 has just got a new update featuring new skins, new ways to gamble for those skins, new ways to view those skins, and some other things that are actually okay. The Genesis collection is more than just a bunch of weapon skins, because unlike normal cases, which require an extra key to be bought to be able to unlock, these don't. Rejoice, you might think. Problem is, it currently costs £10 to buy one of these Genesis uplink terminals, and the fun doesn't stop there. Unseal it, and this happens. It selects a random skin from the Genesis collection of random wear value, and it offers it to you. But not for free, you have to pay for it. I'm sorry, I've just paid for a digital item already, and you're telling me that digital item was only there to offer me other random digital items to buy? So, of course, I declined. I was then offered another, which also didn't seem worth the cost of the tablet in the first place. So I declined that as well, and so on. I declined it 5 times and the terminal broke, and I was left with nothing. For £10. Boy, that was worth it. The alternative would be something like this, where it offers you a decently graded skin, which can be yours for just an extra $1,600. And you've got to get it while it's available, or it's gone for good. I think Valve are scared that countries are cottoning onto the massive underaged gambling problem in Counter-Strike, and this is some weird solution that will skirt the rules by not technically being gambling, but it seems like such an expensive, unfun experience that it doesn't even have the thrill of possibly getting lucky that gambling seems to have. So good guy Valve. It looks like they're trying to wean their player base off gambling by making it even more of a con. Here's a thought. Save your money, and instead of gambling for the possibility to buy a random digital asset, just use that money to buy an entire new game instead, or a whole new gaming PC, one that can actually play the game portion of Counter-Strike instead. Problem solved. If you're not into gambling, you can enjoy another new feature. When you die in game, you're now free to view the skins of other players who are still alive, using this fancy and potentially very colourful looking screen here. I mean, not in this case, though I do respect users of the OG skins. But if I switch to another player, you can see that you can click on any skin you like and you immediately get a 3D view of that skin. Really utilising Source 2's ability to load in additional layers and overlays over the base gameplay. So that's what it was all for. But say you're not interested in gambling or viewing other people's skins. You can view your own instead, more easily now. Whereas previously you could just spin it around in circles or view it above or below, thanks to Source 2, the technology is here for a new pan and zoom feature, which lets you zoom in on the finest, most beautiful pixels like never before. And if you hold Ctrl, you can pan about. It gives you so much control. But say you aren't interested in superficial visual changes. Well, there are also superficial audio changes to the game, and that's to the grenades. All their sounds have been overhauled. I've got a separate video showing the before and afters if you want to hear. There are a lot more sound effects now, and aside from this one for the incendiary, which sounds like a pill container being opened, I think they're all pretty cool. Whereas previously a lot of the sounds were the same, they all sound a bit different now, which raises the skill ceiling, so if you're really good you might even be able to distinguish a decoy throw from a flash grenade, giving you the edge. So these sound updates follow on from the weapon sound upgrades the other week. I can't even remember the number of iterations that some weapon sounds have gone through at this point, so it's probably about time I made a video covering that as well. But say you're here for Counter-Strike. What is in this update for people who actually play the game? Well, the big news is there's now better support for scripting, and a new example map demonstrating some of its potential, which you can load up for yourself and try right now. It is but a brief glimpse of the potential power that this new scripting tool has, allowing you to spawn items, adjust their size, make them glow. There's a grenade aim practice tool just here, a functioning chessboard. The sky's the limit. So to put it simply, this part of the update is glorious news for mappers and modders, and the player base, who will have much greater control over their gameplay and visuals than they did previously. So maybe with CS2, the custom game mode scene isn't quite dead. I just wish that they could also add better support in the form of a proper server browser, which supports all these custom game modes and stuff. That would be awesome. And finally, the shooting has been improved. Aside from the scripting, that's the other big news for people who play the game. Just nothing else I can say about this because it's too vague. But if you had any problems with the game's hit reg, maybe it's been improved now. Have fun!